Do you remember the first time that you attempted to lift heavy back squat? I do. I have always had strong legs, but I had an unknown weakness that was about to be exposed. I had just started getting back into weight training after a season of long distance running. I thought I was strong enough, but halfway down, I felt the weight pull me off balance. I had to adjust and brace in areas that I was not expecting just to make it back up. My form was horrendous. You see, my legs had some strength, but my core did not. This caused me to clearly crumble under pressure. So just like in a disagreement or misalignment in a marriage, when a weakness or insecurity is exposed, it forces you to adjust and develop in unexpected areas, inevitably getting stronger in all areas. In the same way, marriage has brought moments when the weight felt too much to carry. You take some extra steps to develop the skills that you will need for good communication, how to navigate conflict, and when is the right time to connect so that we can both feel balanced. Just like in the gym, marriages also have those heavy days. But those days aren't setbacks, they're setups for building strength. So let's explore what a back squat can teach us about marriage. Imagine the feeling of weight on your upper back, the intentionality of your setup, taking a deep breath in, bracing your core as you lower yourself. In those moments, you're fully engaged, present, and prepared to handle the load. Each squat isn't just physical, it's mental. It demands full commitment to see it through. It's just like that in marriage. The commitment, the balance, the focus, the intention for one goal. Move weight so that you can build strength. Over time, you've learned the importance of this connection between physical training and relationship resilience. Early on, I thought marriage was more about compatibility or finding the right partner. But like squats, it's really about how you choose to brace yourself through the difficult seasons. Move through challenges and grow together, leveraging both our strengths and building on our weaknesses together. So I'm going to share with you 5 key comparisons on how back squat relates to marriage. Number 1, commitment to the process. I think back to when Brie and I started this journey together, we were young and life felt light. But as we added kids, jobs, and other responsibilities, the weight increased. Just like adding plates to the squat bar, each responsibility was heavier and heavier, but it was making us stronger too. Today, our marriage has a resilience it didn't have before. It's not just strength in muscle, but strength in commitment and strength in mindset. You will never accomplish what you don't believe you can accomplish. Too many marriages are destined to fail simply because your mindset to win is weaker than what you are truly capable of. You have to fight like you've already won. It's like getting to the bottom of that squat and knowing that this is going to be heavy, but without a doubt, I'm not going to fail. I'm going to push through and I'm going to build it up. I'm going to pick it up. Number 2, balance and stability. We've had many seasons where everything seemed off balance. Between work demands and family responsibilities, it felt like we were tipping forward, losing that center, just like when you're about to lose the weight in a squat. We had to recenter by checking in with each other, realigning our priorities, and yes, even pausing to pray. That reset brought stability back into our marriage. Number 3, emotional and spiritual balance. The weight of worry is heavy, but like in a back squat, we had to brace ourselves emotionally and spiritually, rooting our fears in prayer, grounding our choices in faith. The importance of having safe spaces and places to engage with one another in the most difficult conversations. The key word, being safe, is instrumental in this process. You want to make sure that your setup is correct before you put that heavy weight on. These conversations are intended to develop you, not divide you. It's as simple as having that spotter with you. Am I doing this correctly? If I am, great. But if I'm about to fail, will you encourage me and pick me up, or will you just let me collapse? That bracing kept us from buckling under pressure and taught us to trust the most important thing in our marriage, God's word. It held us up even when our strength felt thin. And on top of that, our spouse was there to be a spotter for us, even in our weakest moments. Number 4, support and accountability. Every successful athlete has a coach with the number 1 goal of squeezing every drop of success out of them. This person is in their corner through the highs and the lows. A successful marriage is no different. Early on, We had no mentors who stood beside us, and no one offering encouragement or insight when we felt like giving up. We thought we just had to keep these things to ourselves. These were our private problems, and we were too proud to hire professional help or talk about it in a public setting. Then our worst season came, and we had no one to support us or hold us accountable. In fact, it was the opposite. Our corners told us to follow our heart. You deserve better. Do what makes you happy. That led to the worst performance in our marriage career. Our support for one another was at an all-time low. Our decision-making was filled with errors of judgment, and we were rooted in self-serving behaviors. We were losing our legacy at a rapid rate. When we finally made the decision to not give up, we hired a coach. They became our voice of reason, our guides on the journey, helping us build and achieve realistic goals. They put a game plan before us so that we could follow it. This coaching reshaped our form and our approach to training. Our ability to take the field with identity and purpose that guided our marriage to record levels of strength and fitness. We were able to train with the mindset to stay ready so that we wouldn't have to get ready. And with that stability came winning, confidence, and consistency. And the same can be true for you. But we couldn't just add this new coaching program to our already full schedules. We had to make intentional training time, quality time with one another. So number 5, creating quality time to focus on the training of marriage. Just like you wouldn't skip a strength session if you're serious about adding strength to your programming, in marriage, you don't skip time together. Make it a workout. Prioritize those sessions where you're putting everything else down to focus on each other. It's a reminder that you are a team, building each other up. Men, you can't skip a moment of emotional connection and expect to have quality physical connection. Ladies, you can't criticize every move your husband makes and expect him to make better decisions for the family. This will wear him down over time, causing him to make bad decisions and you to feel even more overwhelmed in your ability to keep everything together. The first 5 are practical applications that we had to participate with, but the real foundation was our commitment to placing Jesus at the center of our marriage. That chaotic season really sucked. We were just a few days from seeing our entire legacy blown up because of our selfish desires. We had to make a decision to forgive each other and learn from our mistakes. We needed something more consistent, anything that we had tried before. So we picked Jesus, and he has never let us down. Honestly, without faith as our foundation, I don't think we would be able to handle it. Our foundation in God gave us the footing to stand firm when things felt shaky. There's a verse in Ecclesiastes 4:12. A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but 2 can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. 3 points of contact, baby. Just like on that back squat. Hands, upper back, and your feet. Take a breath, brace, and build. And that's what we need to do in our marriages. Take a breath, brace for the impact, and build. Don't let these moments divide you when they have the ability to develop strength within you. So how does back squat build a better marriage? Think about it. Each rep builds something: strength, conditioning, time under tension, recovery. It's just like this in each day that we show up for our spouse. We're building a stronger marriage over time. We grow together, resilient, and are able to carry more than we ever could have on our own. Marriage is an exercise in faith, endurance, and growth. So keep showing up, keep bracing, and remember that every weight shared brings you closer together and closer to God. Subscribe, hit that notification button for inspiring and extremely practical marriage content.